Okay, today I'm going to be updating you on the magnifying transmitter and what's going on with that. Because I still get questioned to this day of where are my electrical experiments and stuff. And I've answered this a bajillion times, but I figured I'd make another video on it. So here it is. So if you've kept up with my videos, you'll know that in August of 2021, I sent electricity 918.6 miles to Chicago, Illinois. There's a video of it on my page, and then my first account was banned. So the reason was age verification, even though I was 22 at the time, which didn't make sense. It was banned July 4th of 2022. So I made this account, and here we are now. Anyway, so the magnifying transmitter, let's address that first. So it was a prototype, and it was at my dad's house, in the backyard, because when I built it, I was living with him. It was in 2019, I was 19 years old. Anyway, on to now. So now you'll know, be it known that I live in an apartment. See, there is no yard to build a magnifying transmitter in. And I don't have the funds to purchase a house right now, which is why I started that GoFundMe to make a museum house. Anyway, with that museum house, I'll have a museum, obviously, and all of y'all can come see me. And anytime, everybody will be welcome. And then with that, I can have a place to do joyrides, and I can run a bed and breakfast out of it. Now, the museum and bed and breakfast portion will sustain itself, basically. And it'll add income to fund another electrical experiment magnifying transmitter thing. So I can pick up where I left off. I left off in August of 2021 with sending electricity 918.6 miles wirelessly to Chicago. I have a video of that. It's the second video pinned on my profile, on TikTok anyway. But it starts out with me, 9 years old, drawing sidewalk chalk. But if you listen closely, you'll start to hear me talk about magnetic fields and the basic principles. Sorry, my phone cut off. It said 20% battery. What's new? Anyway, if you watch that video long enough, you'll hear how I talk about the basic principles of sending wireless electricity. I basically say, and I'm 9 years old, bear in mind, I say, well, I'm going to make a magnetic field, and it's going to take in water from a water wheel, and it's going to take in electricity. Basically, I'm describing the magnifying transmitter, and now I will go into that video. But people are always asking me what happened. No, the government didn't shut me down. I ran out of funds and I moved. So I'm actually going to include a compilation of some wireless experiments I did. But just know, when I get my own place, they will resume. I will definitely resume wireless experiments. How nice would it be to not have a phone dying all the time and having to be tethered to a cord to plug it in? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, today I'm going to show you a compilation of some of my experiments I have done so far with wireless electricity. So I've been getting some comments lately, and I've been looking at other people who have tagged me and posted about my stuff, and seeing people not believing that I really sent electricity wirelessly. They said, what was your control in the experiment and whatever? And I'm like, science is not about he said, she said. It's about doing the work and proving stuff for yourself, not relying on other people's word of mouth, but doing the actual work and disproving or proving for yourself that something is actually working and works. And that is what I have done. I have proved that wireless electricity works to myself. Opinions don't matter at this point. I'm still going to progress even with these opinions. But anyway, I've proved to myself that wireless electricity works. And now I'll go into the compilation I made. But before that, I'm going to show you this single wire bulb lighting wireless. Well, with one single wire. Not wirelessly, but with one single wire. Now, the magnifying transmitter is considered wireless because it's a single wire transmission system like this, but it utilizes the earth as the wire, and it receives it like the way radio does, but not through the air, through the earth. So it's wired radio. Okay, let's go ahead and do this experiment. I'm going to turn off the lights. I'll turn on the flash. My apartment is a mess, pardon it. Oh my gosh, it is messy in here. Okay, here is our coil. Look, so this is our 1930s diathermy machine. It uses a total of 660 watts, because 110 times 6 amps is 660 watts. So at maximum draw, this pulls 660 watts. There's our cauterizing terminal. It goes into this coil, which is wound up to a fourth of the wavelength of 29 megacycles, which is what this produces. Okay, here we go. Look at those lights up there. Oh, hang on, let me get my hand close. It's trying to warm up. There we go. See, I'm bringing my hand in. See, my hand is now closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. Now I move my hand away. Now my hand is getting closer. And you can touch this. Let me turn on the flash. Okay, now, oops, it's really dark in here. I can't see anything. You know what? There's a quick solution to this. Hang on. Okay, now we'll go into the compilation I made.
Here is a throwback to the first transmission of the magnifying transmitter.
Here we have a closely tuned receiving coil, not perfectly in tune with the Tesla coil, but close. And the bottom of it is grounded. And then this coil is inductively coupled, but does not connect directly to the antenna coil. And this coil goes to this LED light bulb. And now I'm going to transmit electricity. Here we go. Okay, it's around 2 megacycles. Okay, let's adjust this so that we can see the whole wave again. Oops, I bumped it. Okay. Okay, we want to adjust this for the biggest waveform on there. Okay, now I'm going to dial into the finer adjustment. I moved from that 2 to this 1 digit. Okay, that's settled. Let's dial this down again. Okay, now I'm going to move to the next digit. Okay. Wait, I just disconnected it again. Why is this? Okay. Come on. Okay, this isn't making a good connection. Okay, I believe we've got the tuning dialed in. There is one way to check this, however. Let's try this. So I'm going to come over here and take this. Let's pull it out of there. Perfect. Well, let's touch this to there. Sorry, it wasn't making a good connection. I actually took a knife to this end and took off the insulation. Let's touch it now. Look at that. You see that light? Look at that. See the lines flowing through it? That is 19 volts. Let me come over here and turn off. Here, let me show you all this first. So there is our actually 20 volt signal coming out of this signal generator, going down through this into this coil. There's the top of the coil. It's free. Nothing else connects. Here's our tuning for it. Let's move all this from the tuning of this, and we'll just have this. Now let's turn off the light and come over here with this light bulb or fluorescent and touch the top again. There it is. That is 19 volts. Let me touch it. I'm touching it now. See? See, I'm touching the top of this, but if I put the bulb on there, we get light. See the lines flowing through there? Let me turn off the flash again. Anyway, I thought y'all might think that was interesting. So I was about to stop filming, but I noticed something else most peculiar. So I took the light bulb and I held it like this, and you can see the lines of alternating current. AC gets the name alternating current because it literally goes back and forth in the wire. Look at those waves going up right there. You can barely see it. And the waves going down right there. And if I move it to the exact point, it gets brighter. Not only is the light bulb the brightest at 168 kilohertz now, by the way, the light bulb's on the secondary coil, not the primary. And but when I move closer to the coil, it detunes the coil and the light bulb will quit lighting up. That is why it's important to tune your coil with things as far away from the coil as possible. Nothing should be close to the coil, and it should be elevated off the ground.
I wanted to hop in real quick just to let you guys know what's going on. Every time you see my LED flash, that is not my electricity. That is Parker's electricity. That is his transmission from Texas. I'm in Illinois. We're about 2,000 miles away. I'm not connected to anything. The only thing I'm connected to is the earth ground. Yep, there's the flicker. See that flicker? Yep, there he goes. See it? I'm not doing anything. That's Parker's transmission. Hell yeah. 2,000 miles away. Wireless electricity. Oh my god.